Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Maite and today I'm going to be talking about my 2021 homemaking goals. That's why I'm in my formal living room today as opposed to my kitchen where I usually film these sit down videos. So if you are interested in home management and homemaking content as well as organization content, planner content, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss an upload from me. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the very first and number one priority for this year when it comes to my homemaking is that I want to finish decorating this house. If you are new here, you wouldn't know that we moved into this home over the summer. So that is now about 5 months ago. We moved in here, I think in August, no, end of July. Not sure, it gets a little bit cloudy when I remember it. But we've been here for a couple months and I have been chipping away at this project little by little. And obviously, if you love home decor like I do, you know that you're never finished. But I have a lot of house to get through and a lot of furniture that I need to get. The thing about this house is it is a beautiful antique home. It was built in, I believe, 1848. It is a Greek revival. I'm obsessed with our home. I love old homes. I love antiques. So this is like my dream project times 10. But it takes a lot of time to source those materials. I have a very particular look that I'm going for, but we still need furniture in certain rooms and I want to get back into entertaining next year, hopefully if we can, and I just want the house to be ready. So I do have certain rooms where I'm almost done. I have my dining room that I'm almost done with. I have the kitchen, which already was fantastic, but I do have some furnishings I want to put in there. Our sunroom, I do have the furniture, but I don't have the fabric that I want yet. Our master bedroom is almost done. I just have to find curtains that I really want to install around the room. So if you love that kind of stuff and you are into traditional home decor like I am, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I will throw up my handle and my feed on the screen so you can follow my progress there. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do more of that home decor content here on my channel in the new year. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to hit that like button so I know that you guys want more of that content. But it can be very time consuming to decorate room by room, and especially when you want that antique, grand millennial, English country look, you need time to get those layered pieces, to find the right antique that goes in the right place. So I know it's a work in progress, but I'm really trying to kick it into high gear for 2021 so I can at least have the bottom floor completely done by next summer. All right, so my second goal for 2021, and this is huge for me, is I need to completely change how I meal plan. Now, I have never really struggled with meal planning before in the past. I'm very comfortable in the kitchen. I like to cook. I'm pretty organized in there because I spend pretty much the majority of my life in the kitchen, and especially now that we're all home, eating 3 times a day plus snacks, it's become a lot. But now I have even more news that my husband's gonna be home working until at least next summer. So I have to radically change how I meal plan, and I have been teasing this in a lot of my videos, but I'm here to tell you that I'm switching to a yearly meal planning process. I know that's crazy because I don't think I've seen anybody do yearly meal planning. I promise I'm going to do an entire video on my process on how I did this. I just started doing this, I believe 2 days ago, and I'm getting into the swing of it. I had to figure out how I was going to start this entire process. So in that video, I'm going to go over tools I'm using, what was the easiest way for me to do that. I think I'm on month 3 right now. So every time I sit down and do it, it gets a little quicker for me to do. So I'm sure next year I'll think of a faster way to do it after I do this year's meal plan. But the reason that I wanted to do yearly meal planning is that my mental capacity to sit down and do this every week is diminishing quite quickly, because before I wasn't thinking about food 24/7. My husband would eat lunch at work. My daughter wasn't eating solid foods yet. I could just kind of cook dinner, and that's all I really had to worry about Monday through Thursday. Friday, we would always go out to eat. Saturday, we would also go to brunch. And then Sunday, we would kind of do this whole thing all over again. Now, in the world that we're living in, we're all eating at home 3 times a day. Plus, we still do takeouts on Friday or Saturday, depending on the day, and just to give me a break. My daughter has become quite the picky eater at times. She can make quite a show when it comes to dinner time. And my husband eats like full meals at lunch or leftovers that I had for the next day's dinner. And so what happens is I'm cooking more than ever before. And I know a lot of you guys feel the exact same way. So for me, my biggest pain point in this was the mental energy of doing this, because every time I would sit down to do a meal plan, whether it was a quick 5-minute shortcut meal plan or something that was a little bit more intensive, and I would do something for like 25 minutes, 2 weeks in advance or something like that, I feel like when it was the time to do it again, I had just done it because we either ran out of food or the days are just moving by in a way that I think to myself, didn't I just sit down to do this meal plan? And I just don't want to spend any more time doing this. So I talk about finding your pain points in my Home Management 101 video. So I am taking my own advice on this one. And my biggest pain point is the mental energy around what everyone is in my house is eating, around having a stocked fridge and pantry, and I need to radically change how I do this to buy myself more time. Now I know what you guys are thinking. How do you plan a year in advance, especially a crazy year like this? Why would I ever want to do that? So besides saving myself mental energy, aka my sanity and time, one way to think about it is that if you have equivalent of 5 meals that you cook at home, so let's say 5 meals, you eat takeout one night, you go out to dinner one night, and then you have one night of leftovers, you can rotate those meals on any day. The point is that you already picked out those recipes in advance. You already did that grocery list in advance. So when Sunday night rolls around and you realize that you want to switch 2 meals around, that actually no, you want to have shrimp on Wednesday and chicken on Friday instead of vice versa, you can just change the meals around, but you already went through the energy of picking those meals, vetting that recipe, making the grocery list, etc., etc. So it's just little tweaks here and there. So I think it's going to be quite a flexible process. It doesn't have to be something that's set in stone. I have a feeling it's really going to work for me, and I will do an entire video when I'm done with this meal plan, and I will share it with you guys. And if you're interested, I'll also do quarterly updates on how that's working out for me. The third and final homemaking goal that I have for myself for 2021 is making the house feel more like a home. I know that is pretty much the fundamentals of homemaking, and a lot of us are thinking about our homes more than ever right now because it seems like it's going to be a very long winter with us at home. And while I love making my house a home and feel like I'm pretty good at it, I want to go even more over the top for activities at home. I kind of mentioned this in my live stream about Cultivate Your Year Live and what my general goals were for the year. But one thing I really want to do is I really want to up the ante on date night. I want to be really creative on things to do on Friday nights with my husband. I want to be more over the top with movie nights instead of just the normal Netflix. I want to do game night, card night. I want to have like decorations for it and like little cheese boards and stuff, even it's just for us. I get very inspired when people come over. I love to entertain. I love things to be beautiful. But obviously in lockdown, when it's just us, when I'm really tired from a long week, going the simple route has been my go-to as of late, but I know this winter is just going to be really boring because we're not going to be able to really go anywhere. My husband and I were used to going out to dinner every weekend. We would go to our favorite places and we would really make it about us. And so I don't want it to just be like any other normal day because it's just going to make us feel sluggish and bored, and you kind of just have to make the best of a non-ideal situation, especially because we are so lucky considering with everything going on. But I just kind of want to be more over the top. Now, for me, the struggle with this is I also talked about that in that video that I am a bone crippling perfectionist. So I don't want it to be something where I'm putting too much pressure on myself or making it something that I can't handle. But I do want to up the ante on at-home entertaining for just us and make that more of a priority this winter to have more fun in our homes as opposed to being sad that we can't go anywhere. And I know that cabin fever is going to hit us in the middle of the winter here in New England. So those are my top 3 homemaking goals for 2021. I am super curious to know what your 2021 homemaking goals are as well. What are you working on this year? Is it something that you have to do or something you just want to do for fun? Let me know in the comments because I love talking to you guys there. So like this video if you liked it as much as I enjoyed filming it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.